Welcome to this video tutorial on accessible PDF documents. In this tutorial, we will discuss the characteristics that define an accessible PDF, the different ways you can create accessible PDF files, and introduce the PDF accessibility checker available in Adobe Acrobat Pro. Accessible PDF documents include searchable text and other hidden features called tags that are added purely for accessibility purposes and are not visible on the PDF. These hidden features will be used by screen readers, which are assistive technology that read aloud text and help people with visual impairments navigate through documents. Please note that most PDFs created using a scanner are considered inaccessible because they are simply images of the page, which means that text is not searchable and a screen reader cannot recognize the text on the page. If you have a PDF and you're not sure if it's accessible or not, open it up in a PDF reading program such as Acrobat Reader or Preview on Mac and inspect it. This is an example of a PDF that is not accessible. When I try to mark the text with my mouse, the entire page gets highlighted instead of individual words. This lets you know that the PDF is just one big picture of the page without searchable text, which makes it inaccessible to a screen reader. You can also see that part of the adjoining page is visible, which, when the document is made searchable, is confusing for screen readers, which will read straight across the page, not recognizing the seam of the book. This, by contrast, is an example of an accessible PDF. You can see that this is a clean copy of an article, clear of markings or underlines. You can test if the text is searchable by trying to highlight individual words. If the words can be highlighted, then a screen reader will be able to read the document as well. In general, we recommend to always look for electronic copies of articles or book chapters you want to distribute as PDFs, since they might already be accessible. There are several ways to create accessible PDFs, depending on what type of document you start from. The best way of making sure your PDF is accessible is by creating accessible source documents, such as Word, Excel, or PowerPoint files, and then saving them as a PDF. When creating these source files, be sure to follow general accessibility guidelines for font, size, color, and style, to use headings to structure your document, and to add alt text to images. To save a Word document as a PDF, click on File, and then Save As. Choose the location where you'd like to save the file, and change the file format to PDF. Then, click on Options, and be sure that Create Bookmarks using headings and Document Structures tags for accessibility are checked. This way, all accessibility features will be retained. Please note, however, that Word on Mac does not create accessible PDFs, so it's best to do this on a PC. Also, we recommend that if you have the option, to provide students with both the Word as well as the PDF document. This way, they can choose which file to use. Another way to create accessible PDFs is to use scanners that offer OCR, optical character recognition, software for scanning. When creating PDFs by scanning books or documents, use a scanner that makes what is called searchable PDFs whenever possible. Optical character recognition is a technology that converts scanned documents into a searchable format that can be read by screen readers. Most scanners, including those for home use, include this option, and most libraries offer book scanners with OCR capabilities. As mentioned before, it is always advisable to first look for electronic copies of articles or book chapters, since these might already be accessible. If you must scan from a hard copy, try to find a clean, crisp version for scanning without handwritten notes or highlighting. If you are working from an inaccessible PDF and cannot rescan it to create a searchable PDF, you can use the OCR tool in Adobe Acrobat Pro to create a searchable PDF. To do so, click on Tools in the upper right-hand corner of the PDF, and then select Recognize Text. Click on In this file, and follow the prompts to run OCR. You now have a searchable document. You can tell that it is searchable because when you click on the text, individual words are highlighted instead of the entire page. One thing to keep in mind is that the OCR will read all text on the page, so avoid scans like this one with extra bits of text from a facing page, as the OCR will read this text out loud as well. After using an OCR scanner or running OCR on an existing PDF, You now have a PDF with searchable text, but without any other accessibility features, such as headings, alt text for images, table headers, and etc. Some software, such as Adobe Acrobat Pro, offer an advanced option called tagging to add these accessibility features as tags to a PDF. These tags are not visibly displayed in the document itself, but they are used by screen readers to understand the document structure and reading order as they indicate the location of elements such as section headings, tables, images, hyperlinks, and so on. For instructions on how to tag an existing PDF using Acrobat Pro, use the tiny URL for Adobe's help page on this topic, or a step-by-step guide created by the University of Central Florida. Other commercial products which allow you to run OCR and tag a PDF are OmniPage Pro and Abby Fine Reader. Adobe Acrobat Pro includes an accessibility checker that allows you to check for accessibility problems in your PDF. In Acrobat Pro, first make sure that the accessibility section is included in your Tools menu by clicking on View in the toolbar, hovering over Tools, and clicking on Accessibility. Then, you can click on the Tools tab and open the Accessibility section. Select either the Accessibility Quick Check or Full Check option from the list. The checker presents accessibility problems, feedback about the importance of each item, as well as tips on how to repair them. Thank you for watching this video on accessibility in PDFs.